안녕하세요, 물고기 친구들. Welcome back. I could actually make the one long videos, however, I just wanted to make it two because one video it should be a bit short, right? Let's make it a bit quick. There are more than just a counter, so actually I wanted to just divide it for multiple videos so that whenever you want, you can just navigate back to whatever video you want to go through. So here we are. So we are going to learn all different counters today. What did we learn last lesson? So we learned years old, 살. And then what did we learn? We learned a person, a people counter, which is, very good, 명. And then we learned animal counter, right? 마리. Okay, so for this one, we are going to count a cup, okay? How do we count cups, okay? We do use cup as a counter, so we adopted the English word and we are using it as a counter. 한 cup. That's it, 한 cup. So I am drinking water in here, so 물 한 cup. 물 한 cup. So cup can be anything. Cup, it's general cup, right? However, in Korean, we do have actual beverage counter, which is 잔. So don't forget, 잔 is actual beverage counter. So 잔, 한 잔, 두 잔, 세 잔, 네 잔, 열 잔. This 잔 and 한 cup, 두 cup, 세 cup, 네 cup, 다섯 cup. So what's the difference between this cup and 잔? Korean. So imagine like this. We usually go 잔 for like hot beverage in general. Okay, like coffee, tea, those kind of stuff, right? So for example, coffee, we don't put f, we don't have F sound, so make sure you pronounce it correctly. 커피 한 잔, right? 커피 한 cup sounds wrong, okay? 커피 한 잔 is the one. 커피 두 잔 like that. Or you can actually put the actual whatever the menu as well. So for example, 아메리카노 한 잔, 카페라떼 한 잔, those way. Or 차 한 잔, 차, you got tons of different 차, right? 물 한 잔, 주스 한 잔. So 잔 covers everything, okay? 물 한 잔, 주스 한 잔, 오렌지 주스 한 잔. That's also fine. Cup counter, we usually use it for just cold beverage, I will say. There is not such a rule, but you can also put 물 한 cup, 우유 한 cup, that's also fine. 오렌지 주스 한 cup, that's also fine to say. But 잔 is more proper way of counting cups, okay? Anyways, you probably going to get a little bit confused with this one because in English it's a cup of coffee or cup of tea. However, in Korean it has to be 잔, not cup, okay? Don't be confused and don't mix it up, okay? Korean. Next one is bottles. So bottles in Korean is 병, 한 병. So 물 한 병 or 소주 한 병, 맥주 한 병. 병 is a bottle. So let's actually move on a little quickly. We have a counter for books. So books counter. Books, by the way, in Korean, 책, that's correct. And 책 counter for 책, 권. 책 한 권, 책 두 권, 책 세 권, 책 네 권. And then, by the way, we have counters for trees as well. Tree counter. I actually going to give you the easiest way to remember this. So imagine the Guardians of Galaxy, the movie. There's a tree character. What's his name? Yes, his name is Gru, right? Groot, I think. The counter is very similar to that. Gru, without T in the end, right? Not Groot, Gru. It would be much easier for you to remember that, I guess, right? So 나무 한 그루, 나무 두 그루, 두 그루. And then we have a counter for flowers, which is 꽃 한 송이. Here, we have to be careful with the pronunciation. So 꽃 is a t, very strong sound with H. H actually makes the other consonants very strong. Like for example, 꽃 한 송이 become 꽃한 T sound. T become T because 꽃 t is in there. So 꽃 한 송이. All right. We want to make the sound as soft as possible. So it's not 꽃 한 송이. It's a bit tough. It breaks it too harsh. So we prefer to make it as soft as possible. So 꽃 한 송이, 꽃 한 송이, 꽃 한 송이, 꽃 두 송이, 꽃 세 송이, like that, right? And there is a counter for papers. Papers in Korean is 종이, 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 종이 한 장. Yeah, this 장, by the way, is a bit special one, I'll say. This one is actually used for any type of flatted surface stuff. So for example, the paper, yes. Tickets. In Korean, tickets in Korean is 표. So 표 한 장, like that. We also use ticket as well sometimes. So ticket 한 장, like that. 한 장, ticket 한 장, right? Ticket 한 장, ticket 한 장. And we have like t-shirts, t-shirts, t-shirt 한 장. We use 장 for the counter because it's actually flatted surface. I know it's trousers as well, the pants. So 바지 is the word and 바지 한 장. But think about it. When do we really count like trousers in general? Not really, not that much, right? So yeah, don't worry too much. But we do if we actually need to count the trousers or t-shirts. Yes, we do use 장. Okay, just flatted surface. Korean. Next one is slices. So slices or pieces of something or slices of something. We do say 조각. So 한 조각, 두 조각, 세 조각, 조각. That means pieces. Okay, and with all the 조각 together, it become 판. So you can use it as like one whole pizza, like one whole pizza. That will be 피자 한 판. So 판 is generally for a tray. Imagine like this. So a tray. So that we call it 판. So 피자 한 판, 피자 두 판, like that. Okay? And 판, actually, we use it for a game as well. Have you guys watched the Squid Game, right? So like that kind of games we do. Oh yeah, let's try one game. That is actually game 한 판. Game 한 판. Game 한 판. And the other one, very important, the electronic devices or vehicles. We use 대 as a counter for these. So 자동차 한 대 or 차 한 대 is also fine, right? And 비행기 한 대, 버스 한 대, 택시 한 대, or 냉장고 한 대, TV 한 대, 세탁기 한 대. You just need to remember the words, right? Yeah, so like electronic devices, including camera, phone, those ones as well. 핸드폰 한 대. But again, like we usually don't really count phones, right? We usually have one phone. But if you are saying 2, 3, 5, whatever numbers, when we are counting, then of course we use 대. Korean. There are specific counters that actually we use the Chinese numbers, which is like pages, which is 쪽, and floors, 층. We need to learn the 한자 numbers, right? 한자 숫자. We're going to practice it after we learn 한자 숫자, but let's actually do a little briefly, right? So 한자 숫자 1, 2, 3 was 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3. So 1층, first floor. By the way, funny fact here, we do not have ground floor in Korean. We do not say ground. We say 1층 as ground floor. 2층, which become first floor, but still 2층, that's how we count it, right? And then pages as well, whatever we number, we want to say page 10, for example, 10페이지, 10쪽. Okay? 쪽 is page, all right? Korean. We use the Chinese numbers with like measurements, for example. So kilograms, the metrics, right? We do use metrics, meters, kilometers, kilograms, gram, or like liter. We use those one. kilogram or kilogram or meter, centimeter, millimeter, like those things. So we use those ones with that 한자 number system. Okay, so there are obviously tons of others, but let's focus on these one for now. Okay, can you do it? All right, well done guys, and see you in next videos. 안녕히 계세요. Bye.